Good morning, student. And we have completed already the classifications of element and periodic property. But there's some very important things today we will discuss regarding to the classifications of element and periodicity in property. Just like ionization enthalpy we have discussed. Now today we will discuss about the variations of ionization enthalpy in group and period again. So variations of ionization enthalpy in group and period. Basically, we know that the ionization enthalpy increases left to right across the period and decreases from top to bottom within the group. But the some fault found in the case of the period, it is not in the regular manner. Means increasing of ionization enthalpy is not in the regular manner when going from left to right across the period. For instance, ionization enthalpy first we are taking in period. In period, ionization enthalpy increases left to right across the period. But not in the regular manner. Not in regular manner. Actually, the fault found at the two positions when going left to right across the positions. Fault found at two positions. When moving left to right across the period. When moving left to right across the period. Actually, ionization enthalpy is also depend upon the size of atom. So obviously clear that size of atom decreases when going from left to right across the period because the nuclear charge increases and electron come close to the nucleus. But one thing also you should be keep in mind whenever you are going to decide the ionization enthalpy across the period, ionization enthalpy also depend upon the half filled and full filled shell orbitals. Just like you will see here, we are taking the examples of the second period and moving from left to right across the period. Just like lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. And you know that the atomic number of lithium is 3, beryllium is 4, boron is 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8 and fluorine 9. So according to the definitions or regularity or the property, it should be increases left to right across the period. But fault found at the place of beryllium and boron as well as the nitrogen and oxygen. At these two places, this is irregularity found in their ionization enthalpy. For instance, just like lithium, their electronic config is 2 and 1, beryllium 2 and 2, boron 2 and 3, carbon 2 and 4, nitrogen 2 and 5, oxygen 2 and 6, fluorine 2 and 7. This is the electronic configurations of the second period of element. You will see in this case the last electron having the S shell and the 1 electron. In case of beryllium, 2s2, this is last electron enter into the S shell and having the 2 electron. However, in case of boron, the last electron enter into 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. It is written as 2s2, 2p1, p having the 3 orbitals, and p having one last orbital. You will see here 3 electron. So 3 electron in the second cell. This is 2s and 2p. 1s2 have been completed. These 3 electron enter into 2s2 and 2p1. And similarly, at the place of the nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen, this is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. So outermost cell 2s2 and 2p3. I am writing only the electronic configurations of outermost cells 2s2 and 2p3. This is 2s2 and 2p3. P is completely half filled. However, in case of oxygen, I am writing here, this is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. So outermost having the 6 electron, the 2 electron enter in the 2s subshell. This is 2s and 2p. It is also 2s. This is, and 2p having the 4 electron. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So according to the criteria, the renaissance enthalpy of lithium is lower than beryllium, then boron, then carbon, then nitrogen, then oxygen, then fluorine. Fluorine must have the higher renaissance enthalpy. But found the criteria is found in this manner, but actual renaissance enthalpy found in this manner. Lithium is less than beryllium. Now beryllium is greater than boron. This is irregularity. Now further boron is less than carbon, then less than nitrogen, and nitrogen further greater than oxygen. And then oxygen is less than the fluorine. This is the actual range or the trend of the renaissance enthalpy when going left to right across the period. There is two fault. You will see lithium less than beryllium. Beryllium must have less than boron, but it is greater than the boron. However, boron is less than carbon, same trend is follow. Carbon is also less than nitrogen, same trend follow. But nitrogen again greater than oxygen, and oxygen less than fluorine. What is reason behind this? Why such type of irregularity found when going left to right across the period? It is because, you will see, in case of beryllium, their outermost cell 2s is completely fulfilled. However, in case of boron, their outermost cell 2p is not completely fulfilled or half filled. This is partial filling p subshell. An atom would be more stable in case either it has the completely half filled outermost cells or completely fulfilled. So when the atom is more stable, more energy required to pull the electron from the valence cells. This is the reason. Keep in mind. Either it has completely fulfilled cell or completely half filled cell. In both these states, atom acquire extra stability, means more stable, as compared to the element having partial filling their outermost cells. So we will see here in the case of the beryllium, the last electron enter into the 2s having completely fulfilled, 2s2. So completely fulfilled. But in case of boron, 2s2, 2p1, this p orbital is not completely half filled or fulfilled, having one electron. So this electron very easily released as compared to the beryllium. So this is the reason, because of the completely fulfilled s orbital, the s of beryllium has the more renaissance enthalpy as compared to the boron. Same things found in the case of nitrogen and oxygen. You will see, in case of nitrogen, their outermost cell p cell is completely half filled, 2p3, 1, 2, 3. However, in case of oxygen, this is 2p4. It is neither completely half filled nor completely fulfilled. So this is the reason nitrogen achieves extra stability as compared to the oxygen, because nitrogen having the completely half filled cell, their p subshell, whereas the oxygen having not fulfilled or the half filled, it is partially filled. So this is the reason nitrogen has greater renaissance enthalpy as compared to oxygen. However, the general trend is found of the renaissance enthalpy when going or moving left to right across the period, renaissance enthalpy increases because the size of atom decreases. Is it clear? So this is very important, and keep in your mind, the actual renaissance enthalpy is given: lithium is less than beryllium, is greater than boron, is less than carbon, is less than nitrogen, is greater than oxygen. The two fault found at the place of nitrogen and oxygen and beryllium and boron. Otherwise, the same trend follow from left to right across the period. Is it clear? And in group, however, in case of group, the variations in group, you know that when coming from top to bottom, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, this is 3, 11, 19, 2 and 1, 2, 8 and 1, 2, 8, 8 and 1. So you will see the number of cell as well as the number of electron both are increases. So as the distance increases, less nuclear force acting on the valence electron and more easily releases from their outermost cells as compared to the smaller size of sodium atom as compared to the lithium one. So when coming from top to bottom within the group, size of atom increases, nuclear force on valence electron decreases and less energy required to release the electron from the valence shell. So general trend follow the same way. When coming from top to bottom within the group, size of atom increases and ionization enthalpy decreases. Is it clear? So these variations actually we have left in the last video. So today I would like to remind you again the variations of ionization enthalpy, group and the period. Clear? Next we are coming on the some anomalous property of the element. Anomalous property of element. Anomalous properties. The first element of each group shows somewhat different property to the rest of the element of the same group. I repeat it. Anomalous means the first element of each group show somewhat different property to the same respective group of element. This property of element is known as the anomalous property. Just like in case of first group of element, lithium, sodium, this is first a hydrogen, lithium, sodium. We are taking the second period element and third simply here. Second, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Second group of elements, second day, this is beryllium, boron, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. This is third element, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. Fourth element, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. In this manner you will see group fourth element or 14 element. The first element of each group in the second period shows somewhat different property to the rest member of the same group. And this property is known as the anomalous property. However, the putting of element or placing of element on the basis of their physical and chemical property, but the first element of each group shows somewhat different property. Such property is known as the anomalous property. Why the first element of each group show somewhat different property to the rest of the element, or you can say what is the cause of anomalous property. So anomalous property is due to first one, smaller size of atom. The first element of each group is smaller as compared to the rest of the element. This is smaller in size. When smaller in size, it has higher charge radius ratio. Higher charge radius ratio. Third one, high ionization enthalpy. Fourth one, high electronegativity. And the tendency to form p-pi multiple bond in the case of the p block of element. So this is the reason unavailability of these substances. Unavailability of of the subcells. This is the region to show somewhat different property to the same group of element, and this property is known as anomalous property. Why the first element show the different property to the rest of the element of the same group? Because of the smaller size, very small size, and mostly from the covalent compound. However, the rest of the element of the lithium or sodium potassium form the ionic compound. Beryllium also prefer to formations of covalent compound, whereas the rest of element formations of the ionic compound. So it is due to the smaller size. High charge radius ratio, because smaller size, so charge is concentrated very nearly to the center, and this is the reason high charge radius ratio. Because of the first member, ionization enthalpy decreases top to bottom, so first element will have the high ionization enthalpy. This is the reason to give the somewhat different property. High electronegativity means electron attracting tendency is greater as compared to the rest of the element. So these are the reason to show the different property to the rest of the element of the same group, and this is called the anomalous property. But it was found that each group of element here, second period and third period, the element of the second period show the similar property diagonally placed into the third period of element. It has observed that the second period of element show similar property to the third period of element which is placed diagonally to each other. Just like lithium show the similar property to the magnesium because it is diagonally placed. Beryllium also show the same property to the aluminium. It is also diagonally placed, second period and third period of element. Each element of the second period show the same property, the element which is present diagonally in the third period of element. Just like lithium similar to the magnesium, beryllium same to the aluminium, boron, just like boron show the similar property to the silicon. And this relationship is known as the diagonal relationships. Another property comes out. What is the diagonal relationship? This is diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship. The element of the second period show the same property to the third period of element which is diagonally placed. Just like lithium means magnesium, beryllium, aluminium, and so on. And this relation is known as the diagonal relationship. Is it clear? So most of the things we have completed, and another very important applications of the periodic table. It also helps to predict the element in the periodic table. On the basis of the electronic configurations, you can predict what is the actual positions of element in the periodic table. Means you can predict the place of the element in the periodic table on the basis of electronic configuration. Just like this is predictions of element. Predictions of element in the periodic table. Predictions of element in the periodic tables. Periodic table. How do you know the actual positions of the element in the periodic table? So by doing the electronic configurations of element. Just like you want to know the positions of silicon in the periodic table. So what is the atomic number of silicon? This is 14. So first you should try to write the electronic configuration. This is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, this is 3s2 and 3p2, 2 to 4, 16 to 12 and to 14. So obviously clear that the outermost cells is the third cell. So these outermost cells show the period of element. energy level. Which energy level? Third energy level. It means the period of silicon is third period of element. And the last electron enter the p subshell. So it is the element from the p block. This is last electron enter the p cell. So block of the element is, this is p block element. Now third one, this is group of element. What is the group of this element? So total number of electron present in the valence shell. Total number of electron in valence shells represent the number of group. Represent number of group. Just like total number is 4. So it is the element of group 14 or 4, you can say 4th. 14 means 2 S block having 2 and 10 into the D block 12 and 13 and 14. Fourth group of element is also called the 14th group of. So it is the fourth group or 14th group of element. So you can see the positions of silicon into the periodic table: carbon and silicon. Carbon present into the second period, silicon into the third period, and the boron is 13 and the carbon in the 14th group. So this is the way to know the positions, actual positions or predictions of element in the periodic table. By writing the electronic configurations, you can predict the actual positions of the element in the periodic table. So in this chapter we have completed the modern periodic table, applications of modern periodic table, which provide the systematic study of the element in the periodic table, which is based on the atomic number, not the mass number. Means the periodic functions of element is their atomic number, not the mass number. And in the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic number, and after a certain regular interval, the same property of element placed into the same group. So which provide the systematic study of the element. And we have also discussed the general electronic configurations of each group of element: S block, P block, D block and F block element. On this basis, you can write the electronic configurations of any element of any block of the element, any block. And next we have completed the periodic property or periodicity, just like atomic and ionic radii and the variations in group and period, as well as the van der Waal radii, metallic radii, ionization enthalpy, factor affecting ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy and their variations in the group and period, reducing character, oxidizing character. I have also sketched some line to show the variations of the general variations of periodic property in group and period. And today we have completed the anomalous property of the element, diagonal relationship, and the variations of ionization enthalpy in the group and the period. So we have completed this chapter, and next time we will discuss about the chemical bonding. So write yourself electronic configurations and try to understand what is the periodicity of element. And first you try to make yourself, sketch yourself the periodic table, then you can very easily understand the inorganic chemistry. One of the very necessary things for knowing the inorganic chemistry, you have knowledge about the periodic table. Get clear? So next time we will discuss about the chemical bonding. Thank you.